What's up guys, it's Lucas and I am back with another video. Before I get started, obviously I haven't been making videos. Last year was an insane year for me, so this year I'm just taking it at my own pace. I'm not quitting YouTube. I love making videos for you guys, and so I'm gonna keep doing that. This is definitely like my favorite platform and I appreciate all of you. So we're just gonna get straight into the video. This is my 2022 boot collection video, which I've actually done a boot collection video before. It was like a few years ago and it was terrible. I featured some of these same boots, but there's definitely a lot more of them now. That video was just so bad. So I kind of have to redeem myself and try again. To start it off, these are my Saint Laurent Wyatts. These are the Hedi Slimane era. It's not the exposed zipper, I think it's 2014 or something like that. But these were my first Grail boots. I've wanted these for so long. They also have the Vibram sole on them. I bought these on Christmas for myself, I think in 2017. These were the biggest boots I wanted, and I actually just sold them, sadly. The reason is because I love this boot, but I have a lot more black boots now. With the value of this boot, it makes it hard to hold on to it, which really sucks. But I'm actually really happy with who bought them, fellow YouTube friend Joshua, so I appreciate that and I know they're going to a good place. It's definitely an amazing boot and I might have to buy another pair in the future, but for now I just can't hold on to them. A lot of outfits in these ones. Now I kind of want to show you the boot that kind of replaced these. First off, this boot right here, very similar shape, no harness on here. It's like a very clean, it's an extremely sleek, very simple boot. And I get a lot of questions about where I got these and what brand they are. The brand is actually Gordon Rush, and I found these in a Goodwill, surprisingly. In my size, they're a US 10.5, and they fit me perfectly. They're extremely sleek. They have these YKK zippers and like the exposed zipper on the side. And I ended up wearing this boot more than my YSL boots just because they're so easy to slip on and they're just so similar in shape. I also just wasn't worried because these cost me $15 that if I ruined them, I guess I'd be really upset, but it'd be like, it was 15 bucks. With those Saint Laurent boots, it's like a different story, you know what I mean? Again, it's just kind of filling a role in my wardrobe that the YSL boots were also doing. Another pair of black boots, or black and brown, I guess, are these thrifted Cowboy boots I got. They're made of like this ostrich leather, and then they have this brown leather on the top here. Definitely super interesting boot. I'm not sure on the brand. It's definitely a well-made pair of boots, and I also use these as beaters. At times, this can also kind of compete when I'm trying to wear my YSL boots, because if I'm going for a more Western look or something, sometimes I just really want like the actual cowboy boot, which you're gonna see in this video. I have a lot of pairs of cowboy boots. Again, these are a thrifted pair. I live in Texas, so cowboy boots are like not too hard to come by. Most of them aren't going to be in my size. I'm usually like a US 10, 10.5. With boots, it can also be tricky. Boots that are size 9.5 and they fit great. And I've had boots that are like size 10.5 and they fit kind of snug. So boots can be tricky, especially when you're thrifting them. And although these boots are definitely beaters, I can kind of get away wearing them in like a nicer setting. Yeah, no, I love these boots. I love cowboy boots. I mean, it's definitely taking over my wardrobe. Maybe we should just knock out all the cowboy boots now. This is a vintage pair of Justin cowboy boots that I actually grabbed off eBay, like super inexpensive, and I wasn't expecting to wear this boot as much as I have. It just so happens that this boot fits my foot perfectly. I don't know what about it, but these are like the most comfortable boots for me to just slip on. I mean, even going to like the grocery store or something, I sometimes just want to put on these boots because they're so comfortable and they just fit my legs so well. Maybe it's also the color. I'm wearing brown pants right now. I wear brown pants a lot, and these just kind of tan boots just go so well with that. I think in the future I might want to get a nicer tan pair of cowboy boots, maybe with some kind of metal, some metal on the back or some metal toe cap. But yeah, insane. I wore these all over ACL. I wore these on stage at ACL. Done so many things in these boots now. I honestly need to find another pair of Justin boots that are this exact model. All right, so here's a pair of cowboy boots I get asked about a lot on Instagram. These are Dan Post, made in USA. Cowboy boots, nothing too crazy. I found these in a vintage shop for super cheap. They're like slightly big on me. I think they're size 11. I honestly just couldn't pass the color of it. The gray at the time just looked so good to me. Now they're kind of falling apart because I also wore these at ACL, and anywhere that looks dirty, I throw these on and rough it out. Definitely my biggest beaters. The leather is ripping on the sides and everything. But yeah, these have been through hell. I'm gonna try and move on from cowboy boots. If you've seen my old videos, you might recognize this pair. This is the Mason Margiela HM collab that they did in 2012, 2013. I'll put it on the screen so you can see that collection. But they did these really cool zip-up boots in a green and white color, a very like rock star looking white with the chipped paint, which are really sick. I actually really love those. This is the green grayish pair. You can also get these for a super good price. I believe they're a size 10 or size 42. So they're a little snug on me. It's hard to wear them all the time, but just the fact that I got them so cheap and just how nice actually the inside and the outside feel to me. I don't know, they're worth keeping. I actually would like to get it resold at some point. But yeah, really sick boot. My first Margiela piece as well. Also got these back in 2016, 2017, or I think 2017 actually. So here is a pair of boots that I get a lot of questions about. It's one of my only combat boots purely because these ones just do the job for everything. These are Vietnam War era Corcoran combat boots. They have this detail on the toe that gives them the Corcoran name. I believe these were worn by like Air Force in like their dress uniforms. I don't think they were usually used for combat, but this is an amazing boot. The leather quality, so good. I think these are pretty essential for any like general style. If you're into vintage or archive, whatever, it's like you kind of need a combat boot. I bought my pair off of eBay. I've also seen this exact same pair in some vintage shops, so I know you can like find them out there. On eBay, I think the prices are going way up because I didn't pay that much for these back in 2018. I got really lucky with these for such a great price. Also never selling these and never letting these go. I appreciate them too much. And the only other combat boot I have right now are these vintage Justin boots. Again, more of a formal looking combat boot. It's got like this little spiky tongue on the front. Not sure what it's exactly called, but these are vintage Justin boots in a nice brown color, as you can see. Made in USA, and these are a 9.5, so they are a little snug on me, but these were actually given to me by my friend Benny. So I appreciate you, man. He works at a vintage shop. I guess these weren't selling. Not much to say, honestly. I love brown boots, and I'm surprised I don't have more brown combat boots. I used to have a pair of brown Doc Martens, but I ended up selling them on Depop for honestly like way too cheap probably. But then you get a free pair of boots from your friend. Forgot to mention, last pair of cowboy boots are these reddish orange insane leather cowboy boots that I use as beaters again. I found these in a Goodwill, much like the other ones. Not much to say. These ones are super beat up and they're a little bit big for me. Definitely a very wide top on these ones. They're kind of fun to mess around with outfits. I definitely feel like I'm stomping around when I wear these. Didn't cost me much. So I have a couple boots that I would understand if you guys are not into them at all. These are the Calvin Klein Rain Chelsea boots. Chelsea boots now are kind of getting a lot of hate. I think everyone's still on like CCP and Guidi, even just Elite boots. So like Chelsea boots were kind of like defining that era in 2015, 2016. I remember when Kanye was wearing Chelsea boots, but I honestly still like Chelsea boots. I think they still have a place in my wardrobe, especially these ones with this like really strange gray-green color, rain bootness of them. Makes them really interesting. They have like the pointiest toe. These are the Calvin Klein jean label, so it's not like the most expensive Calvin Klein boot you can get. I'm sure you guys might remember those ones with the metal toe caps on the front. This one is very, very similar shape to that. Almost exactly that shape. I think they can still go with like certain bell bottoms and stuff like that. So in certain flares, I still wear these every once in a while. Yeah, here's the original Chelsea boot. I've just had these forever. I thrifted them. I'm forgetting the brand, but these are like made in Italy, Chelsea's. Again, very 2016 era. I totally get that, but I don't think I'm ever gonna sell these because these fit me insanely well. These are the comfiest pair of shoes to put on for me, so I'm always gonna keep them. I think people are just against that streetwearified fit that they see in their heads when they see these, but I understand the hate. I love these. And I think this is our last boot here. Another Chelsea kind of shape. It does have a zip on the side, but in a massive, and I should say a massive heel on these. It reminds me of like a horse hoof or something. These are another made in Italy Kleiner, I think, J. Kleiner brand that I found in a thrift store. And I found them at the same time I found these first black boots. So this was a pretty lucky thrift find for me and probably owned by the same person. I think these are beautiful boots. I also just am such a sucker for brown. These with like some tan pants or some white pants is usually how I would wear them. Still just love these like very slim, slick boots because I think it's just part of my personal taste and my personal wardrobe. That's just kind of what I'm into. Although I don't have any CCPs or Guidis, that is something I've really, really wanted. Not to mention the Bottega Veneta puddle boots are amazing and I really want those. I am not the richest person, I don't have that much money. Tornado boots, the puddle boot, and hiking boots kind of have their own look and feel. Actually, these Oakley slip-on hiking boots, I guess you could say, are like the only hiking type shoe I have. But besides my Solomons, I recently thrifted some Solomons. But these are sick. Like, I love these so much. So it's kind of hard for me to find a really good pair of hiking boots. Again, still on the search for that. I'm still on the search for a lot of boots. Oh wait, real quick, I'm gonna ask Brandon what some of his favorite boots are. Alright, you get over there with your boots. Those are your favorite ones? Weren't we out drinking or something and back heel, the metal bit popped off?
So might actually be splitting.
Oof.
You got these.
What are those ones?
The Vibram on the bottom.
Vibram Soul, what brand?
I don't know.
This is a vintage boot.
And these motherfuckers.
Where'd you get those?
Pavement.
Those are from Pavement, what brand?
Either.
You don't know?
Silver.
Didn't you have another pair of black boots and then you got these ones? Okay, I didn't put these in the video. I just got these white boots in the mail. Got them off eBay. They're like a cream tan color and they have like ostrich on the toes. These are sweet. What'd you think about these?
Trash.
Trash?
Ah.
Classic dad move. Again, boots are a huge part of my wardrobe. I wear them more than like shoes, I'd say. This is just my, I guess, 2022 collection. It's not the most fleshed out collection right now. So yeah, I hope you liked the collection. Hopefully this was a very chill video. I'm not gonna go too crazy with the editing, but everyone that's still here and still watching me, I just appreciate you guys so much. I had a really hard time last year, so like coming back to YouTube really means a lot to me. Let me know what videos you guys want to see. I have a bunch of ideas, whole list of ideas that I want to create. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye. Have a good day.